The Senate voting down dueling health care proposals, making it more likely that ACA tax credits will expire at the end of the month. The two sides seemingly at a deadlock, with not only premiums set to increase, but also a growing political fallout with the 2026 midterms approaching. Joining me now, legal and political strategist Katie Zacharia. Katie, great to see you. Look, we are obviously nowhere close to an agreement on this. So what happens next?
Well, the Republicans got to get serious about passing something for America, because we all know the Democrats right now are using this just like they did the 43-day shutdown to garner support for their potential win and takeover of the House in 26. And you have Rand Paul, who sided with the Democrats on the health savings accounts, which was a very nice proposal by the Republicans. But we have this party splintering and not enough unity, Todd.
That's a really interesting point. So if this stalemate extends into the midterms, which party do you believe is best situated to, for lack of a better word, exploit that fact, the fact that we haven't come to an agreement, and translate that into votes?
The Democrats. The Democrats are going to benefit from not making a deal here. And it's not because that's the truth. It's because they're going to couch this as the Republicans are the ones in power. Republicans have the majority in the House and Senate, and they have yet to deliver for the American people. But the Democrats, Todd, are not negotiating here in good faith. If they were serious about passing legislation for the American people, they wouldn't have used this as leverage for the 43-day shutdown. However, most people are going to say, yes, the Republicans are in power, so therefore they haven't delivered us anything. And we're going to hold them accountable in the midterms. I think we're already kind of careening off of a cliff as the Republicans right now towards the midterms, Todd. So they need to do something with health care. They have to, Todd.
I appreciate your honesty. I mean, I think it is accurate, because if we remember, the 43-day shutdown was ended when Democrats agreed to just have a vote. Well, this was the vote. For those of you who are like, hey, this sounds familiar, this was the vote. Obviously, it went nowhere. We knew it would go nowhere at the time that they agreed to it in order to end the shutdown. But to your point, it could set them up for wins in the midterm. So maybe Democrats were really playing the long game here. Before we let you go, you are in California. You are a California woman. I'm not going to say gal, because that's misogynistic. Today marks day 2 of the DNC winter meetings in Los Angeles, with California Governor Gavin Newsom reportedly taking center stage, especially when it comes to his use of social media. Now, a vice chair of the Florida Democratic Party credits Newsom's social media presence. Quote, "I love the trolling that they're doing. I don't think that it's necessarily going to get them elected, but it really is encouraging people. They have something to fight back with." So they're trolling Trump. They don't think it's going to necessarily help with all elections, but with regard to Gavin Newsom and that potential for a run for the White House, is trolling Trump enough to overcome all the bad that has happened in California under Gavin Newsom's watch?
Well, what they're using is the trolling instead of policy. So the fact that people are motivated by Gavin Newsom trolling President Trump, rather than looking at his track record as governor, just shows where the electorate is completely. And Todd, look, they're all out here in the burned down city, neighboring Pacific Palisades. You have Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom, and you have Pritzker. It's like all of the people back together, but they're in this failed city that Mayor Bass oversees. No policies, but yes, they're trolling Trump, and yes, they're going to have TDS, and that's their whole campaign. But Todd, this is the very, very specific. If the Republicans don't win the House in 26, I think the Democrats get to win the presidency in 28, all based on TDS, all based on trolling. We have got to keep the House in 26 to keep Gavin Newsom out in 28.
A warning from Katie Zacharia as we head into the fun part of December, where we all think about Christmas. Katie says, don't have too much fun, because 2026 is going to be intense. Katie Zacharia, thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.